Transmission
Uploading to the Initiates database in all available languages.
Download complete.
On the 18th of March, the Assassin's Creed Initiates Twitter account released this tweet. The coordinates that were posted pointed to the site of the spot that the last publicly known Templar Grand Master had been executed. The next day, March 19th, 6 screenshots were leaked on Kotaku of the then unnamed next installment of the Assassin's Creed franchise. These screenshots placed our newest protagonist in Paris, looking at one of the city's most iconic landmarks, Notre Dame de Paris. They were early screenshots of a game still in alpha. 3 days after his tweet dedicated to the memory of Jacques Desmoulins, Ubisoft released their own trailer, blaming Abstergo for the leaked screenshots and forcing their hand. Assassin's Creed Unity had broken cover and was headed to revolutionary France. This is the Hall of Mirrors and was decorated in the Rococo style. Rococo art and architecture was ornate and made strong use of creamy pastel-like colours, asymmetrical design, curves and gold. It was developed in the early part of the 18th century and was extremely prominent at the Palace of Versailles. The Hall of Mirrors features 17 mirror-clad arches that reflect the 17 arched windows that overlook the gardens. The arches are fixed between these marbled pilasters. Depicted on the walls between the pilasters are the symbols of France, which include the fleur-de-lis, the cockerel, and most notably the eagle. Just as the Arab Spring used social media to organise collective activism, so too did the revolutionaries of 19th century Paris. These posters were used as a call to arms and as a way to spread the message of the revolutionaries. One of my favourite gameplay mechanics introduced in the last 2 installments was the free running through trees. First introduced in Assassin's Creed 3, it looks like it will once again be implemented in Unity. The tricolour seen here was introduced in 1790. The colours were arranged red, white and blue, a possible hint towards when this clip was taken from. The revolution of 1789 led to an emphasis on simple flag design. Red and blue were the traditional colours of Paris and were popular among the revolutionaries. These were often added to Bourbon royal white. The Bourbons were a royal dynasty that gave France many of its rulers. This is our first glimpse of our new protagonist. As of yet his name remains unconfirmed, and as you can imagine, speculation as to who it is rampant. Notre Dame de Paris, or Our Lady of Paris. In 1973, Notre Dame suffered desecration during the radical phase of the French Revolution. The cathedral was rededicated to the cult of reason, and then to the cult of the Supreme Being. During this time, many of his treasures were either destroyed or plundered. Rumours and theories abound about the identity of this individual. Around his neck you can see a cravat in the colours of the Revolution. So far, unconfirmed reports name him as Arnaud, the meaning of which is eagle power. It is said that he is the leader of the French Brotherhood. In this image he bears a striking resemblance to that of Connor, the protagonist from Assassin's Creed 3. Would a Native American look out of place in Paris? Well, not according to Achilles he wouldn't. I remember that Connor was also invited to Paris by Lafayette.
You're also going to need a new name. Your skin is fair enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood. Better to be thought a Spaniard than a native.
Have you ever been to France?
I have not.
One day, when all of this is over, I will invite you to Paris to stay with me and my family. She is the most beautiful city in all the world, Connor. Full of art and culture, women and wine.
The watch is significant in that only the wealthy could afford them. It is also significant in that there also happened to be one of the most revered watchmakers in history, living in Paris at the time, Abraham Louis Breguet, and is widely acknowledged as the greatest horologist of all time. His most famous watch is called the Marie Antoinette, a watch that took 30 years to make. There is a saying that to carry a pocket watch by Breguet is to carry the brain of a genius in your pocket. I have a feeling that he is going to play a significant role in Unity, and if the rumours of London's inclusion in the game are true, then Breguet will most definitely be included, as this is where he fled to escape persecution. He later returned to Paris when it was safe to do so. Breguet mixed with high society and was involved with every major player during this time period. Breguet could be our new Da Vinci. Here, and in the leaked screenshots, we can see that our new protagonist carries a pistol and a sword, his signature weapons. What we don't see are any items associated with the Assassin Order. No hidden blades or assassin insignia. So, is it an assassin we will play, or is it perhaps a Templar? If the title Unity is suggesting a unity of the two factions, it would make more sense to play as a Templar, as we know very little of their organisation compared to that of the Assassins. The guillotine is the most iconic of images of the French Revolution, and was invented in 1789 by a doctor no less. It wasn't constructed until 1792. No executions by guillotine ever took place outside Notre Dame. However, Ubisoft have previous for this. The Queen's Staircase in Nassau weren't built until 1793, yet they appeared in the game Black Flag 75 years before they were constructed. In 1794, the tricolour had become the flag we know today. The stripes ordered red, white and blue, and was seen to embody all the principles of the revolution: liberty, equality and fraternity. I haven't seen this anywhere else, so a big shout out goes to my friends over at Access the Animus for finding it. On the guillotine you can see the name of Marie Antoinette. This is obviously put there for us to find, but why? And who is it that's being executed?